Hey, everybody, how's it going? I hope everybody is doing well, having a great, wonderful week, and I'm ready for summer. I hope everybody else is ready for summer because I just don't want to deal with any ice anymore or anything else. It, yeah. Uh, I hope everybody gets straightened out, get trees cut up, get everything picked up, and is back to relaxing and maybe having a bonfire on their back patio at night. That would be awesome. I wish I was doing that. That would be fun. We need to do that, Caitlin.
I've been telling you this for 3 years now.
Yeah, I think we are going to do this.
We had overhead mics and everything.
I know.
Oh, come on.
Well, we still got them, so it'll be cool. I think we will do that. It'll be nice. All right. Anyway, we're going to sit down and talk to the weird part about this is me and this lady have known about each other for a while, but we're always like we could be in the same damn room and not even say hi to each other. It's weird. We were at the Infinity Awards together and she won. Claire, what was it you won again?
Oh, don't ask me.
Oh, God. Now I got to look at the pamphlet.
Oh
Hang
my
on.
gosh, I'm desperate. You're going to tell me.
Well, you won Christian Country Vocalist of the Year. And then at the Josies, you won Entertainer of the Year and Artist of the Year
Yeah.
and several others.
Yeah, a couple of like awards here and there.
Well, you just like your people love you and they're giving you awards, and I find it awesome.
So sweet. No, they really are. It's been a lovely journey. And I've kind of said that this year was the year I was going to step away from kind of going to award shows or as many of them I could. I'm just going to kind of take a step back. There's one or two I've kind of committed to, but I feel like I've done the groundwork now. 'Cause to get a green card, I had to kind of have more establishments and more achievements, and they
Right.
helped on paper. And kind of now, as I want to, like we were talking about, go into ministry, maybe I don't really feel the accolades as much, right? So, but it's a beautiful ode to an artist to get something, but it's not what my main focus is on.
Right.
And so I don't even know what did I win.
Yeah. It'd be like if somebody was to drag me somewhere and I'd be like, huh? They called my name? What? Don't know, but okay. It's fascinating to me because the things I wanted to know, because you're really, everything that you've done musically, I want to know, where did it start? What actually got you to doing that? Because I know Ireland is really a musical place.
Oh, it is.
I mean, you can't go to a pub without somebody singing, having fun. Hell, the whole damn pub sings.
Even if they're not singers, they're singing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And half drunk, but they're singing.
Yeah. Oh, no. Very much half drunk and full drunk, too. Yeah.
So where did you find that you was just really, really wanting to do the music thing?
It was in the womb, David. I was moving in the womb. No, but for real, actually, I was
Yeah.
very much moving in the womb. But I don't know. I think somebody asked me when I was around, I think I was 3 or 4, what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I said, oh, I'm going to be a rock star. Like,
Right.
for real, I'm going to be, it was that, and I was going to jump up and eat the clouds. The clouds, but funny enough, that was the humor, I think, that the Lord bestowed upon me, because that's how he speaks to me now,
Yeah.
through the clouds. But yeah, it was always just something I was compelled to go towards. And I loved music. I loved songwriting. I was like into poetry as a child.
Right.
And I think that was just the early stages of me, putting pen to paper,
Right.
and it then becoming musical pieces when I eventually learned how to play instruments. But
Yeah.
I just had a deep love for music. It was just really, I want to say it was in my bones from a kid.
Right. We'll say I've asked a lot of people, and it's stems from, mom was listening to the radio all the time, or dad was listening to the radio, and grandpa played guitar, or somebody played fiddle or something, and it was always in their life. And I find it fascinating how music touches us in so many ways. Some people, they're good with just listening to it, but then you have the others that get that drive, get that whole thing with wanting to create it.
Yeah.
And I find it a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a gift that not everybody has.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But those that do have it and steward it well, it's a great communicative skill and tool that we can use, because universally it's where everybody can feel connected.
Yeah.
And music has and is one of the only ways that people can really sit with their emotions and hear a song that speaks right to their heart.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most beautiful thing about music.
Well, that's one thing my hat goes off to a lot of songwriters out there, because a lot of them have actually been through it.
Yeah.
And then they can create a song about it, but that song connects with so many people that have actually been through a version of that, and that connects those two people, if not but just for that song.
100%.
I love it.
I always say when I, sounds weird, but when I birth a song, I'm like, this isn't my story anymore. This is for, unless it's really specific.
Right.
I always say, this is your song now, and this is yours to interpretate however you would like it. And it's, there has been a number of songs, like one in particular, that has helped people through their darkest of times. And I never knew when I was writing that it would touch so many people in that way. I thought it had a great underlying message, of course, but the song is called I Swear, and it was for suicide prevention and mental health awareness.
Right.
And, I had numerous people, including one mother, come up to me, I think at a festival in Minnesota, and she said, "Oh, I just want you to know my daughter's alive because of your song." And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's like, for me, that's success there, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing's going to equate to that, like no or money or anything, fame.
That's like the best award you could win right there.
Like for real though, for real that, you're doing something for somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Through your gift that you've been given, because it's definitely been given.
Oh, yeah. Because, there was a lot of hard times in my life where I reached out and found songs and stuff, and if it wasn't for those songs, I'd have lost it.
Yeah. Well, you bet you didn't feel alone when you were listening to
Exactly.
the lyrics, because you can go to a bottle or a pill or many things that the world offer. And music has a way of, what we ingest actually affects us. And there's lots, and won't go into the intricacies of sound waves and the hertz that they've used.
Mm-hmm.
So warm music, they were using was a 4/4, there's a 432, I know, is what they call the love frequency.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that, but the love frequency. But yeah, different frequencies emote different emotions in people as well. So certain people have even tuned their whole guitars and done albums in certain hertz and frequencies just so that it actually, does the job it's meant to. And it's so interesting. I love it.
Well, I know a bunch of veterans and everything, and I've had several of them tell me, if they were about to go into battle or something like that, they were rocking Godsmack and Five Finger Death Punch and all this stuff, and it just helped get them into that
frame of mind and
to do what job they got to do, and it's some great workout music too.
Oh, I know my workout playlist is kind of wild.
Yeah. Well, it's
I'm not listening to ballads when I'm working out, that's for sure.
yeah. I'm not listening to love songs or
Right.
yeah, not gonna happen.
And that's the beauty of there's like movies and TV and shows and food. There's an array of different kinds of music for what you're wanting to
Oh yeah.
get out of it. So yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's because I remember 2 years ago when I first started going to the gym and working out, and I was trying to change my life around and all kinds of stuff, and I was going to the gym and I'm sitting there with my phone and got my headphones in and stuff, and initially I'd only planned to be on that treadmill for like 15 minutes for a warm up.
Yeah.
But after I got halfway through some Rammstein songs,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, dude, you've been walking for like 45 minutes,
Over by the squat rack, like. They were one of the best live bands. We played a festival back in 2014 when I was in the rock and metal industry, and Rammstein were one of the headliners, and I got to watch them live, and I was like, yeah, this is
people
different.
people find it funny because when they ask me, I've had several people ask me the best concert I've ever been to,
Yeah.
and I turn around and tell them Rammstein.
Oh, it's a show, right?
Dude, the music was on point,
Pyrotechnics.
the pyrotechniques, and this particular show, they were actually coming through the crowd.
Yes, yes.
They got on this catwalk, and the catwalk was over the audience, and they went all the way to the stage on this catwalk, and then it lowered down and let them out. And I was just like,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it's different. It hits different. I
And
think they flew something when we were, where was I? I was in Sweden, and it was like an eagle or something, and they flew this thing all the way over to their own. Like, they brought their own sound guys. Like
Yeah.
the festival have their sound, and then Rammstein have their own separate tower.
oh yeah,
73 trucks or something like it.
yeah, it's
nuts.
wild.
So yeah, if you're listening and you can catch a Rammstein show, even though it's not really, I wouldn't listen to them much today, but it hits.
It's weird because I can't understand a single thing they're singing.
But that again goes back to what we were saying about how music is a communicating. It's a way of communicating despite whatever language you speak, because it's speaking to your soul rather than
Well,
your.
That's what's weird because I know you've had this happen. Be around some people and a certain song might come on, it's kind of low, and you're like just starting the lyrics, and the next thing you know, everybody around you is singing with you. I mean, it's I've been in several places where only thing I got to do is do hast. Du hast mich. And next thing I know, everybody around me is starting to sing that. And it's just cool as all get out.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, it's like, it's when humans were designed to be in tribes initially. And I feel like sometimes music does that. It's like it connects everybody in that, like you're all together in unity, singing or chanting.
Yeah.
One, and there is something really powerful about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've brought that up before, too, because it's like you can go all the way back to prehistoric man. They started beating on stuff.
Right.
And got a little tempo going on. And, there were tribes that communicated through drums, And it's amazing how far back music actually goes.
Yes, it does. And it transpires and transcends time and eras and cultures and backgrounds. And like birds are singers too. Like birds communicate without words through their actual so it's incredible. I love it.
It's just insane.
Yeah. In the
But
brain.
you was born and raised up in Ireland,
Mm.
and that whole country is like folk city. You know, I mean, it's just everywhere. And I was sitting there, I was looking on some stuff, and I was sitting there thinking, Celtic women,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because I love them. I've seen them like 3 times in concert,
Yeah.
and I just love everything about that. And I was like, did you ever think about doing like a Celtic album or Celtic women or?
So and I've still yet to wonder why this ever happened. When I lived in Ireland, grew up in Ireland, was surrounded by Irish music, loved it. Irish danced, I sang a lot of the covers and all of that. It wasn't until I moved to America, which was in 2018, having left Ireland now 21 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
that I started writing and performing Irish music. Like legit. Like, and I have no idea how that ever came about, but I know when I landed on American soil on the I think it was the 8th of February 2018, around 2 days after that was the first song I ever wrote, which was Erin and McCree, which is the song that I finish most sets with, but
Yeah.
and what most people would, consider my song. And that really just poured out of me. And that kind of, when I figured and saw that people really resonated with that, even though it was the most personal song that I ever wrote when I was old enough for it to do that, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, there's something in this. So yeah, I started writing more and more. And I'm actually going into the studio tomorrow to lay down a couple more newer Irish tracks that I've been working on, because I really feel like it's a style that I should never let go of.
Right.
But it's not the only style I do either musically. So I'm always, so if you're going to do something like Celtic Women, or you're going to be in more of a, say, a boxed style, that's fine. It's beautiful. But that would limit me to do any other styles of music, which
Right.
I am such a lover of music and such a lover of different styles. Like, I'm a melting pot of all the styles. And I've been told, oh, we should stick to a lane. And I'm like, I
No.
could, but I don't feel that in my spirit. I don't feel I ever want to just be one genre.
Well, see, that's something I've been doing a lot lately, because music labels, record labels, they all try to put everybody in a certain box.
Right.
And you know the terminology, been there, done that. Okay.
Or on that T-shirt.
Well, they done that, and I've heard that, and I'm bored.
Yeah. It's formulaic. I get why they do it. It's really a strategy for marketing and for, their own purposes. Like, a label really is just a bank
Mm-hmm.
as such. So you're really just getting in advance money wise
Yeah.
from them. And so they get to be they're the money shakers. So they get to tell you what to do, what to maybe wear, what lane you need to be in, all of that kind of thing. And it's, ugh.
I don't take direction well. I can't stand somebody telling me what to do. It just drives me nuts.
Or at least just constructive criticism. Like, it's,
I
there's
can deal with
difference.
that,
There's a
you know.
difference, right?
Yeah.
But I think with art, and when you are an artist who, like, you can't box something that's so creatively free flowing.
Yeah.
So, I was told a multitude of things when I came to Nashville, like, oh, you have to have a 615 number, you have to do country, and you're not allowed to sing about personal songs. And I was like, oh, well, if that's the rules, I'm going to break them all, because I'm not
Exactly.
going to. I think that's the most silly thing I've ever heard. So if you're telling me if I don't have a 615 number, nobody's going to take me seriously. And I was told, yeah, no, you're not going to get booked. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I'm
Yeah.
a 508 girl today, and will continue unless my number gets changed. I don't have
Yeah.
there's nothing proud about that. I love 615. That's my home, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to bend to the masses of that. That's just
See, I don't like all that because I'm more of, you don't have to kick all the walls down on the box,
Right.
but at least put some holes in there and venture out. And because I want people to do stuff that I haven't heard before. I want to hear like a surprise me kind of thing, because I said this before, and nobody shot me a bad message yet, but there's only so many times you can dance in front of the headlights. There's only so many times you can go here and do that, and there's only so many times that, she's going to get mad at you and tear your truck out of hell.
Hey, throw a firefly in there and you're good to go.
Yeah, do something.
No harm. No harm. I know this is terrible. And anyone in Nashville I've said this many times, but I used to go into writing rooms and I soon learned, there's definitely a formula here in Nashville. So every time I would leave a room, I used to say, well, no fireflies were harmed in the making of that song.
There you go.
And it was just our fun thing. Then we used to, put fireflies in for the joke. But I don't know. I think it depends on what you're looking for as an artist. Like, I was never chasing the likes or the fame or any of that. I simply use music as a conduit to connect with people and to share a message. And I think when people come to Nashville, they want to be the next whatever that is.
Yeah.
And so there's a formula for that. So, it's really a balance between finding your own voice and doing your own thing versus do you get into the machine? Because it's a machine.
Yeah.
It is a machine. Regardless of, anybody in the industry already knows that. For those looking on or listening, I think it surprises them sometimes how much of a business it is and how much of a number that you are.
Yep.
And I've been, when you've been there, I've been with small labels and I've been with major labels, and the majors, you're just a number. Like, you're not really a human to them. You're just like, how much money can you make us? Great. Nothing? Okay, we're dropping you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. We'll give you this amount of money and you're going to pay it back by times 6. And,
and then some. Yeah.
It's crazy how it all goes.
Yeah, it's but this is the beauty, I think, of the industry that we're in today, because more and more artists have the opportunity to self promote. They can put out their own music. Like, I do that now. Don't get me wrong, it would be nice to have maybe a team who help out with that, but it's so accessible now that you don't really need. You just need a record label, really, if your funds are low and you need to fund something. But you're better off getting probably an investor and then getting like a manager.
Well, what I've been telling people is reach out to your friends. If you got somebody that, hey, they're working on their computer all day, they're all the socials, they're doing all this stuff. Hey, can you help me out? And
Right.
and then you get their help, and then okay, this person might be something to do with recording or something, and hey, can you help me out? And you just get that team together.
Yeah, and it's a trust thing as well, right, with artists, because so many times you hear all the stories, and it's unfortunate that somebody's art can be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And so you hear it happen with bigger names or smaller names. It's going to be around. The music industry, of course, like any industry, is peppered with sharks.
Yeah, they're waiting for you to get off the bus, and they just start swimming all the way.
They
I
smell
can
that
make you
blood.
a star.
Yeah. Well, that, you see, and that line never worked with me when people said, "Oh, I know such and such," or "I have this, that, and the other," and I'm like, I don't know. Let me go pray on that one,
Yeah.
because I don't know. But thankfully that wasn't the dangling carrot that ever made me bite, because I could have gone there many times, and I was like, oh, I've done this.
Oh, yeah.
I know what this is about to transpire. So no, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not working with you, dude. I've seen your shoes, okay?
Oh boy, yeah, all the little things that they, oh, you can have this and this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know if I want that though.
And that's the big thing about all of it is, do you just want to perform and have some fun? Or do you want to actually attack it to where you're making a buttload of money and you can't have that moment to, out of the blue, going, man, I want to go to Applebee's or something, and
Right.
do something spontaneous,
Yeah.
because once you get to a certain level,
Your privacy ends up.
you're done.
I know. It's that there is a trade off of fame, quote unquote, or success, right? Because now everybody feels like they know you, and you're on a platform, and everything you do and say is being scrutinized. And, even on a smaller level, like, I've dealt with the stalkers, and I'll tell you, like, your private life is one of the most beautiful things. If you have it, keep it, and everything that you do, because once you're on blast, everything
Yeah.
gets scrutinized, and that is not a fun place to be, really, because your life is no longer yours. It feels like it's attacked, like it's
Yeah.
really strange. And this is why I like used to laugh and think, why do these stars all have their security? It's like a look like that they have. Oh, this bodyguard is following
Yeah.
me. But oh my gosh, like, yes,
You gotta have
if
'em.
you're in the public eye, there are crazy people everywhere. So
Do you remember what it felt like the first time you got recognized out in public?
well, so it kind of overnight was when I got signed to a major label. I was headhunted just randomly on YouTube by this all-female rock band called Thunder Mother,
Mm-hmm.
and my first taste of what that felt like was getting bombarded when they went live with, oh, this is going to be like our new lineup, our new singer, and just seeing the array of people come my way into, like, because social media was just kind of kicking off.
Yeah.
It's like 2013, right? So things were still relatively new, but it was just like the influction of like messages on inboxes, and then people started getting tattoos, and my family would get gifts. Like, this is obviously when I got into the band, and
Yeah.
we were in publications or whatnot, and you could be in an airport or whatever, and it's like we weren't even that big. Like, that's just, but it was wild to see people recognize. But even oddly enough, when I got to America, like, there was like so few times this has happened, but like people say, oh my gosh, we followed the band, and we, now we see your career or whatever. But I've had like sound guys who
Yeah.
had our albums, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's you. And I'm like, yeah, it's me. Don't worry. It's
Yeah.
just, there's nothing extra here.
See, I would have been like, and how did you get that album again?
Like, yeah. It was just, but nothing has really phased me in life. I don't get bombarded by people whom are in the industry. Like,
Right.
it's not something I've ever, I look at us like we're all just humans walking this earth, and some people, their face is just more well known, but like, that doesn't really, I just don't. And so therefore, because I'm not like that, I didn't really like that aspect of it either.
Yeah.
But because I had no self-worth, or very much lack of self-awareness and all of that at that time of my life, those claps and those tattoos and those the accolades were something that kind of fueled me, because I lacked so much
Yeah.
love for my actual self in all aspects. That was a massive part of, obviously, I've done a huge healing journey, but a lot of artists who are broken and lonely actually lean on the praise and worship of man, you know.
Yeah.
And if you are waking up, but that's why it's so empty, because there's nothing at the other side of an award or a clap.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Thrill of the moment, and the moment is gone.
100%. And it's not to say that those moments are not beautiful when they happen, but if that's what you're ultimately putting your worth in, which I was at that time, into man's approval, then you're always going to fall short, because man is going to always fail you. And they're going to be on to the next best thing when you're old and grey. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was born and raised in Nashville. And
you, David.
I know, unicorn. Got it.
Oh, I was going to say it, but I'm not going to be that person who does that.
But being, my grandmother always took her to fanfare. She met all these artists and all that other stuff. And then I did the sound engineering and did the light shows and stuff. And I can honestly say the one thing that I am very, very happy with is when an artist is walking around Nashville or is in a grocery store or something like that, the people of Nashville don't go nuts about it,
Not really, no.
We're just like,
yeah, there's such and such. Yeah.
Did you leave any more bananas over there?
I know what you were having for dinner tonight.
Yeah, and
but it is kind of, it is one of the places, unless there's tourists around, that's the difference. But like even at my gym, like there's people who are kind of known and whatnot, and they'll just come in and you're like, yeah, there you go. You have to work out just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Hey,
good to see you. Yay.
But honestly, like, and it's, or the grocery store, wherever you are, like, these are humans who still have to, like, operate, who might not be just at that level where, like, everybody recognizes it. It's not like Michael Jackson walking around, right? There's a difference.
You could always tell if Michael Jackson was walking around back in the day, because there was at least 10 bodyguards completely around him.
You can see why.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, they're just, must be a level of fame and notoriety that just becomes a hassle in your life, I think, because you can't literally leave. Like, everyone knows where, because people will always find out where you live and who your family are. Like, I've seen that firsthand. Like, when people want to know things, they'll definitely go the extra mile.
Yeah, most of them just ask Google or something,
I used to I tried to get blacklisted, whatever the version of that was in Sweden. And like, despite all the issues I had and the amount of police reports, they were like, yeah, no. I'm like, what does it take for me to like get my information off the internet or off of just anywhere you can search it? And it was a whole ordeal. I was like, oh, well, they found me by the time you've done
Oh, yeah. That would freak me out, though, if I was at that level where I opened my freaking front door and walked out and camera people were all over the place and all that stuff. That would drive me nuts.
That wouldn't be, because then you're always on show, right? You're not, and you'll be like, maybe for a man, maybe it's different, but like women, like if you look like you just get out of bed, like you don't want to be getting all dolled up just because there's going to be cameras on you.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's one thing I always worried about because back in the day, 70s and 80s and stuff, it was like the males couldn't do anything without the girls going crazy over them and all this other stuff. And then Lita Ford come out and all these other artists were coming out, and I was just like, actually asked a buddy of mine, I said, I wonder if the Bangles come to town, is there like a bunch of guys just beating on the bus windows and stuff, or what's going on with that, And I don't know, I wondered if it went both ways,
Right. I think it can. I definitely I feel like regardless whether it's a male orientated band or an artist or a female, there's because I've heard stories from both sides.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of nutty women out there.
There's nutty men out there too.
Oh no, well I can attest to that. That's fine. That check that box.
Yeah.
But
Here's the list. Go ahead and start checking.
but I've had dealings with females myself, and like that's me as a female. So I've heard the stories from male, you know, friends and associates, and yeah, wow, like. There's and I think it's worse for the men in ways because okay, we fear for our life as females, but the men, you can to a point like defend yourself, but you're not going to go and take out a woman, you know.
Yeah.
So like I think, and women, I am one, so I know how we operate. You don't need a PI. You need a female. Like, we can do some digging, friends. Like, we know how to, we just know. And people don't assume that a female can be dangerous. But listen, it's just all mental health. Like, there's something very, I came to realize that a lot of spectrum based, because I can say this because I'm sure there's some neurodivergence in my line as an artist, that it's typically that obsessive, you know, compulsion of wanting to know everything about that person, and you're listening to them, and then they think they're in relationship with you, right? So there's that aspect of it, and you're like, no, I don't know you or your name. Actually, I do know your name because you pop up everywhere.
But it's weird how, you know, different people can manifest that, and they think they're married to you or something, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I'm not going to say whatnot, because I've on occasions when I've met somebody then that I've seen over the years, and I think, gosh, like I know all their songs. I know a lot about this person, and they don't even know my first name. So there is that. I can see how that happens on different levels, right?
Right.
So, but you have to remember that they don't know you, so you have to approach it that way. But typically people who are obsessed and who want in with you, they don't, there's no social boundary there. There's no, they don't see the line. They just like jump right over it and then some.
Yeah, and then it's that, didn't I just see you at the grocery store?
Or the ones who used to travel like country to country. Like, I'm like, you're not bored of seeing the same show? And they're like, no. I'm like, yeah, therein lies the problem then.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
30? Like, yeah, even my mother, she used to be like, are they not sick of you yet?
Well, you know, it's just weird how some of it is. I mean, I've heard of people actually following bands all across the United States, and I'm just like, don't you have a job?
Their job is to follow you.
Yeah, take pictures, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's second nature now. I don't really think much of it, but yeah, that band really was the forefront of learning all of that, and people who would re-line up in the, you know, when the meet and greets or whatever, and we're like, I've seen you 5 times now. All right, Richard, time to go home.
Bye bye.
See you later. No, see you tomorrow when you're in the next country at the next show. Listen, I'm not bashing. That's terrible. It sounds like, oh gosh, you know, but it's beautiful because these people are going to support your music, and these are the type of people who literally set up fan clubs and all of that. So there is that aspect of it too. But I learned pretty early on that there's usually a mental health issue possibly going on there, because there's no reading between the lines, you know.
Well, I mean, you got to be careful.
Yeah, like with everything though.
Yeah, everything.
Every day you have to be careful.
But the thing that I liked, and because I was looking more into you, and that's when I stumbled on Thunder Mother, and I was like, nah. And then I clicked on it, and I was watching the videos and stuff, and I was just like, but damn, they're good. You know? And and then I was like scratching my head. I was going, how in the hell did you get to Nashville?
It's like night and day, right?
Yeah.
Literally. I don't think people who don't know my past, because I don't talk about it that much, really, they're like, wait, what?
Well, I mean,
They're like, this is so different.
I'll be honest with you. I was thinking, because my whole background in history was 70s, the 80s, and in the 80s and 90s metal scene that happened in Nashville. And I did a lot of work helping out a lot of metal bands here around Nashville back in the day.
Nice.
And actually started doing light shows at a lot of the rock clubs that were around here. And it was nice, the things that I were reading on you, because the weird part of us missing each other all the freaking time, it's almost like some of our life is kind of like been doing that as well, you know. And I was just like, you will understand what I say.
Yes. Yeah.
You'll understand where I'm coming from, because I really am that guy that I believe all music, don't care what genre, I don't care what soapbox it's on or who kicked out the litter box and all this other stuff. But I am that guy that I really feel every song out there that's ever been written needs to be heard. Because you never know who it's going to help, who is going to save. You never know.
You don't, and sometimes you'll never see the forest for the trees, right?
Yeah.
So you plant these little seeds, and this goes with even just whom we meet on a daily basis. You never know who you're pouring into, and sometimes the person could be you're sowing the seed with either your music or something you say, and it's up to somebody else to come along and water that. Or sometimes you're the final piece in that puzzle that they've needed, and it's like it all just comes together. And
Oh yeah,
I just love. That's why I'm a big lover of opportunities that are not always like constructed. Even biblically, like I think most of the miracles happened from just complete interruption. You know.
well, I mean, I've never seen the architectural plans for this big old boat that Moses built. I believe somebody just had built it.
Are you referring to Noah's Ark or Moses's?
Well, I got it mixed up. Yes, Noah's Ark.
Have you gone to the Ark encounter?
No.
Actually, I wore the sweater in. Oh my gosh, it's insane. It's a replica of the Ark.
Yeah.
We're actually in Genesis right now doing a double study, and it's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just it's mind blowing to think that a person. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
But there was no drawings. There were no blueprints. I don't even think he had a measuring tape.
No, he just simply had the voice of the Lord telling him how to construct that. And like, you can put that as many ways as you want, but sometimes that's the things that you just cannot comprehend.
Right.
I think is what makes, for me personally, faith. Sometimes it's just like that. You walk by sight and not by faith.
Right.
Walk by faith, not by sight. Why do I always do that?
I don't know. Why do I mix up biblical terms? I mean,
no, like I literally do. Like, go left, Claire, I'll go right. So I'll just mix up but yeah, walk by faith and not by sight. Because sometimes we always have to see it to believe it. But it's beautiful because in life we use things like Bluetooth and we sit on chairs without thinking that they're going to hold us up.
Yeah.
And so you just sometimes have to put blind faith into things.
yeah, and quit using a GPS.
Oh man, Waze is my. I'm sorry, I'm a Waze girl. Even
Yep.
to go home, sometimes I'm like 5 minutes away, but I'm like, oh, if this might get me home the quickest because there might be an accident or something, or a policeman waiting.
Or I can go through a new neighborhood that I've never been down before,
Right.
just to look around.
But then there's all those stories where people have driven off cliffs and all sorts because they didn't update their app, and
Yeah.
this road that you're driving along doesn't exist past where you fall
It's just
off.
the way it is.
It is. We have really come so like dependent. I know this. I am one of them. I don't. But how, when people say, "Oh, we're getting so distracted driving these days." Hello, back in the like 70s and 80s, they had like actual maps, and you're looking while you're driving, and you're looking at actual maps.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like,
It's called plan your trip.
yeah. Well,
Pull the map out. Write things down.
I know, on pen and paper. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what's that? Nobody uses pen and paper anymore.
Oh, I am.
It's all digital.
It is. But there's a beauty in pen and paper still. Some of the best songs I ever wrote were always on pen and paper because I felt like that was when the message was coming. So I had to,
Well, I mean, back in the day, those are where the great stories came from. And as, they wrote this at a Waffle House on a napkin, and he fell out of the shower because he had a song in his head,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what the hey, man? I mean,
No, 100%. There is something like great about having a digital device on you at all times because, even in conversation twice this weekend, even alone, I got 2 titles off people and I was able to just write them quickly down on my notes, So there is a beauty of that. But yeah.
I got to tell you this story, and because this is a true story. This happened.
I love a good story. Tell me.
I was looking up stuff on you last night because I wanted to
That
be.
scares me when people say that because I'm like, what?
Well, I
were
mean,
you
no, well, I
what
mean-
came up to the forefront of your Google search?
No matter who you interview with or on their show or anything like that, they are going to look into you.
Right.
And I was looking into you, and I was telling Lisa, I said, wow, look, Lizzie Hale came to her show.
Lizzie Hale didn't know she was coming to my show, though. That's the difference.
Yeah. And, but the weird part about it was I wrote it down on the paper. Today, she went in there and got on her phone and was looking up stuff on her phone, and she pulled up Facebook, and the first freaking thing that came up on her phone was Hailstorm, Lizzie Hale.
Yeah. The phones are listening. No,
That's
it
what I
is-
told
it
her.
is- well, they're definitely listening. But it's like, I know our algorithm has something to do with it, but the phones are definitely listening. But I also don't believe in coincidences. And I always think, I call them little God wink moments or just little like, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's just like a little, but the whole Lizzie Hale, like, and then months before that with Nickelback, it was so funny because these are the kind of things that, years and years ago, I was like, I would have been like, yeah, that's amazing. And it's just so funny how it transpires.
Yeah.
Now that I'm not looking to do that or have those things, I feel like God's like, here you go. Here's something to brighten up.
Oh,
your
yeah.
day."
I tell people this all the time. You could wish for this and you could wish for that. But when you quit wishing, then God will give it to you.
Yeah, and if your prayer really is like the daily prayer, like your will be done. And I think we say that and we don't fully surrender and mean it sometimes because that's where I'm at now. I've totally laid it down.
Yeah.
I used to say, oh yeah, I'll do what God wants me to do, but also at the meantime, I'm going to be over here doing what I want to do too.
Yeah.
And you can't have your foot can't be in one in and one out. Like it, you either go in for them or you don't. And I find the doors that need opening are opening, and those that shut are just that's why they're shutting. They're just redirecting you somewhere else.
Well, the one thing that I've always, because I learned it from my dad and I learned it from my mom, and to thine own self be true.
Mm. Yeah.
And when I got older, I found out why they kept telling me that, because I was born and raised Southern Baptist,
Right.
and we were always going to church and everything. And that's when it all clicked.
Mm.
If you just be true to yourself,
Yeah.
follow your path that God has put out for you.
Yeah, follow that path and not your heart, because your heart is very deceiving. And I even have a
Oh, yes.
song called "Follow Your Heart" when I didn't realize. Yeah, there you go. That's why when people say, "Oh, I was listening to your music," or "I looked you up," and I'm like, "Oh, just like what era? What year? What was I saying?"
Well, I mean, and I don't know if you've had this compliment before or not, but I am going to tell you this. I listened to a lot of your music from the start all the way up to the recent. And no matter what you're playing or what music you're doing, you have got a gorgeous voice.
Oh,
I mean, it amazes me because some people can't make those transitions.
mm. Yeah, from one genre to another. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's sometimes I always kind of was, and I don't like the word envious, but you know, when I saw how an artist could really go in one lane, you know, and really, really hone their craft in on that, and just like, there you go, that's what you are, that's what you're able to market yourself as, and that's what ultimately the labels, like we were talking about, love, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah, I've always had this. It's really just a dance between like, oh, okay, so you do the rock and metal stuff, but there's the folk, the Americana, there's the pop, there's the EDM, there, you know, the blues, soul stuff, because I'm going to be doing a lot of that coming forward as well. And it's like, oh, I just love it because it's interesting to me.
Yeah.
I don't look at it like, oh, what style is this? And what, like, if it has a good message, it makes you feel something good. And every song lends itself to something different. Like, it feels, when people say, oh, that's weird, you sing with your accent in your Irish stuff, but not in the other stuff. I'm like, but it just comes out naturally. Like, it really does. I'm not putting that on. Why would I? Like, it always sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
But an Irish accent on one of my other songs is going to sound just, and I've shown this to people and they're like, oh yeah, what you mean.
Well, you know, that's what blows me away because I've had a lot of the UK or Europe or however, London and all that stuff, British people.
Yeah.
And when they sing, you can't tell they're British.
No, I know. It's awesome, right?
And I'm like, how do y'all do that? You know, because I kind of like it when a little bit of the accent is in there, because to me, it makes that song more fuller and original.
Definitely an original, right? So when another artist, that's why certain artists just bring certain songs to life. Like you could be a writer of a song, but it's the artist that takes it, just does that with it. The accent thing, though, I did look into that before, and there's a certain part of your brain you access for language and music. And so ultimately, when we are growing up and learning songs, we're listening to American radio too.
Yeah.
And so it's just the inflections, how you guys sing is just, it's natural for us to lean on that. It's the same way when I've lived in other countries and I hear either like when I lived in Sweden, it was like Swinglish or they had an American accent.
Swinglish?
Swinglish. So a Swede speaking English. I can still to this day, if there's a Swede around Nashville and I hear them talking, I'm like, oh, they're from Stockholm or they're from Malmö or they're from a certain type, because the dialect, the way they talk and speak, it's just so apparent. And that goes for all of Europe. But then some of them, I've had friends. I had a friend actually from Sweden and she had a full on British posh accent. It's like, darling. And I'm like, wait, this is so weird. What's going on?
Yeah.
But that's how she learned, because she had some British relatives as well, and she learned the Queen's English when she was learning English. So it's just, but most of them have American accents. Because
That's weird though, because when I think of British and posh and all that other stuff, oh, you have no idea. I mean, it's just like,
oh, darling,
I'm so exhausted.
I will have a cup of tea.
Just a small cup of tea, please.
Then I can go really cockney and chat. And they're like, what, are you and Oliver? And like the play. I'm like, yeah, I know. I couldn't get away with that at all.
Oh, it's amazing though. The whole language thing is just, it blows me away how all of it goes.
Yeah. And it
I'm-
can make or break somebody.
And
Somebody can be more
I'm glad you looked into it and researched it, because you actually answered some of my questions,
Well, I had to, because people were continuously asking me, wait, why do you sing with your accent when you're singing Irish stuff and it goes away when you're singing other stuff? So I started doing a rabbit hole of like why people with stutters don't stutter when they sing. So they're accessing that other part of the brain that shuts off to any disability within their language or their speech impediments.
Right.
It just goes away when they sing. And it's just, but that's why it's so much more interesting when you see an artist walk onto a stage. You've no idea how they sound.
Yeah.
And it'll either blow you away because you're like, how is that sound coming out? Or you'll be like, ooh.
Yeah, stop now, please.
We're good. Hit the button. But yeah, but again, it's just a pure gift. And when people really hone in on that craft, like, you'll never make a great singer out of somebody who can't sing, but you can definitely make somebody who can sing and who is a good singer, like, just elevate, because, or anything, even your instrumentation, like instruments, anything, you put enough practice in. But again, the muscle memory of being able to, like, I grew up on piano, so that was a skill set that I acquired. I'm naturally good at just singing. That was not something I had to work harder at than if I wanted to learn piano. So there is a certain skill set in musicianship, but then there's those guitarists that you'll hear and you're like, oh, that's such and such. They just have a signature sound, and you're like, how do you even do that? That's an instrument you're playing. That's not even your voice. Your voice is very unique to the person, right?
Yeah.
But there's just something about the way certain people will take, and that again, it's just like they're just a conduit. There's something flowing through them into the music.
Well, it's the one thing that I liked was I had an artist on Sophia Lee Davis, and her new song that she came out with was I got to make sure I get this right. Hey Rita. And one thing she did, well, her producer did, she went along with it, thought it sounded great, was there's banjo, but then there's an overlay of basically rock type guitar over it. But the banjo is continuously playing through the song. And you sit there and you stop and you think, technically, that shouldn't work. But it worked. And that's a lot of the new things. Kick the frickin' door off that box, man.
There's always going to be the exception to the rule. And so and that's awesome. She did that because I know when I first rolled into town, I remember getting my songs critiqued because that was the thing you did, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to see what,
You should have called me.
Yeah, I should have, right. Well, I learned the hard way because
Okay.
I was in rooms and then I was getting told like, oh, you can't. This is some of the Irish stuff when I was starting off writing Irish music, right? But I knew I already had the formula ingrained in me culturally, right?
Right.
So I didn't think about, oh, if I'm repeating two same lines, like that's fine in our culture. And songs are actually 5 minutes long. So when I used to get critiques back and evaluations, I was like, oh, wait, what? And that didn't go so well. I was like, I don't think these are the types of songs that you can get somebody who doesn't understand the cultural aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like, you can appreciate it, but if you're going to critique it and say, I can't rhyme that with this, and this doesn't rhyme, and this doesn't flow, I'm like, yeah, this isn't what this style.
That's where I want them that was critiquing the time limit on all these songs. They need to go to an Irish pub, and when the song starts, yeah, I'll see you in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, I
Like,
mean,
for real. Go on, put a cup of tea on. But then look at Bohemian Rhapsody. That broke all the social norms of that time as well.
Yeah.
Because radio has this thing where 3 minutes or something, right? That after that they had to pay double, you see.
Yeah.
So that infiltrated into the industry that if you went over that time limit. So like I'm just so interested we're having this conversation because the last 3 days I've been getting all my tracks together for this studio and yeah, a lot of them are literally 4.5, 5 minutes. And I'm like, I'm okay with this.
see,
don't
I
care.
love that
Yeah.
because, I mean, if you stop and think about it, I'm not really sure how all that time limit thing actually started with radio because Bohemian Rhapsody came out. Then you had Stairway to Heaven and you had all these long songs. And every radio DJ loved it because if they had to go to the bathroom, they were putting that song on. If they wanted to go smoke a cigarette, they were putting a song on, you know?
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
so it's weird because I hate any song that you can literally sit there and put a stopwatch on while you're writing it.
Oh, and they do. Like they're so finicky about it. And then, this needs to the meter, it's not landing on this rhyme, and then they're getting a rhyme zone. I used to do it. I was like, this is so clinical.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I think it served me better. Just the co-writing was fine, and I don't mind doing it here and there sparsely. But I can't, like, if you're writing for pitch or you're writing for something, that's one thing. That's different. Like, that's a formula. Stick to it. It works. Good for you.
Yeah.
But if you're an artist and you're really like pushing yourself, you're limiting what your abilities actually can become.
I think so.
You know. But again, we're in a different time now. People aren't really writing for radio. They're writing for the internet. They're writing for TikTok. Like, they're writing for all sorts of different things now. It's not the same.
But see, and maybe I'm weird. I think they need to only be writing because they love to write that song.
100%. Well, if your heart is not invested in what your craft is and what you're actually putting out to the masses, like, why are you even doing it? Like, what's the purpose behind it? If you're a writer in Nashville, for example, we're in Nashville, so we'll just use that as an example.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a writer in Nashville, you're writing for artists or you're writing for yourself, and that's your job, yeah, okay, you're going to sit down, you're going to be pumping up the songs. They're going to, at some point, not every song is going to mean anything. You know? Like my tattoos, when I went to town on my body, I was like, doesn't matter, just do whatever you like. And that becomes like, ooh, there's a fine line there.
Yeah.
So me personally, I write less, but when I do write, well, I'm not even writing. I like go into a space where, like, I call it like the Holy Spirit comes through, and it's just like, oh, there's something here.
Yeah.
You're not writing for the sake of writing, or
Right.
you're not writing to make a hit. Like, if that's your ultimate goal, who are you serving?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, I mean, there's a thing throughout history. A lot of people started telling people this. take something you love, twist it, manipulate it, and make it make money.
Oh, yeah. Well, money, the love of money is evil. Money itself is not evil, but the love of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such an idol in our society. I've written a lot about different things in a book that I will be putting out, and idol worshipping is one of them. And money, again, it's a tool for us to be able to use, and it's a beautiful tool. It's beautiful. Like, money is good in and of itself, but when it becomes your biggest idol and the reason why you do everything, that's really like that to me is a sad moment, because that's become your god.
Yeah.
You know, your little G, and it's not going to serve you very well.
No.
Because if it's taken, anything that you're living for, you have to ask yourself, if it was stripped away from you tomorrow, what would your life look like? Would you be happy? Would you have done the things that you know? So
you can say you could actually stem that over to a cell phone. Because if you was to go back to 1980, where we didn't have cell phones or anything,
Right.
with the generation
100%.
today,
This, like, when we talk about, like, even addictions, I touch on a lot of that, because I've been down every road you can imagine. And I said, even if you've never succumbed to drugs or alcohol or porn or food, whatever, if you are living with a device, all that dopamine rush of when you hear a ping, or you don't, like, ooh, like, have you ever had it where you accidentally maybe put your phone on do not disturb, and you're like, nobody's contacted me for a while?
the weird part about it is sometimes
It's beautiful.
I actually forget and leave my phone at home, and I will go out without it. And about 2 hours, if I'm gone for 2 hours or more, then I'll get that. Oh, where's my phone?
So you don't use
okay.
your phone for your maps. This is where I know. Oh wait, I can't.
Well,
even
it's
drive.
different. I'm sure if I was to go over to Ireland with you, you wouldn't need a GPS over there.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not that good. But yeah, like,
You remember
in the country-
neighborhoods?
Oh yeah. We don't. You wouldn't even. It wouldn't be a thought to even put it on, right?
Yeah.
100%. I think it's city living, right? You're trying to avoid wherever there's going to be a catastrophe. Like, there's a crash when I'm on my way up here, probably multiple, but but nowadays they're talking to us so much. They're telling you, like, when there's a pothole, which is really handy actually in Nashville. Thank you very much. Had a $6,000 bill for hitting one a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all of these things. It's like a warning. But our phones are. But I have to say, it was great during, say, the ice storm, when people needed, help, and so they're really, as much as it is a bad thing, it's been a good thing. But again, that becomes your little G, because and I'm subject to the phone myself. So I did a sabbatical for a month. I do it every January. I try and just stay off of all social media. No doom scrolling. I'll go on. I'll post whatever needs posting. Maybe check a message or two, make sure, because business stuff can come through there.
Yeah.
Answer to whatever, but I didn't open a single reel, didn't do anything, and it was heaven. It was beautiful. So I said, going into February, I'm going to do it at least once a week, but I actually stopped doom scrolling. It actually reset my brain to not want to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, see, that's where I reference Simon and Garfunkel,
love those guys.
The Sound of Silence. And then when Disturbed did the remake of it, I felt they brung it more fuller out to everybody.
Yeah.
And the one line that always has stuck out with me, even before Disturbed did it, was, "We all bow our heads to the neon god we made." And that is what I see all the time now. Yeah. Everybody's got their face in the phone.
Yeah. I think I even have neck issues because of it.
See?
like I'm going to be quite frank. Like I'm very honest about my daily activities. But that phone, it's like it's become everything, though.
Yeah.
Now, could I live without it? I'm sure I could, but in society, trying to do what we do, it's harder to get by.
Oh, when
without.
when you're in the music business, it's like
Yeah.
you could miss 5 emails just by brushing your teeth.
Oh,
I mean, it's
and been
just
there, done
nuts.
that. I even realised, and I still forget every now and again, there's another folder that these messages requests go into. There was 672 messages I had on my phone. I remember seeing that folder one day
Yeah.
by happenstance, and I thought, oh, I might actually have like an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
Or like trying to go through all of this. There was messages, I had missed some opportunities back in like
Oh yeah.
5 years ago. Oh, yeah.
Time to put on the comfy pants and have get something to drink because we're going to be sitting here for a while.
Yeah. Or it's good if you're on an airplane or something, just go through all the things you've missed. But
Yeah.
I never worry because I know if something's going to, if it's meant to be in my pathway, it'll definitely come. It'll be there in the right time.
Right.
I'm never too worried about missing. I don't technically think that's missing out. I think that's, maybe a missed opportunity then, but it comes around full circle, or maybe it wasn't meant to happen anyway.
There you go.
These things just, they take fruit when they need to.
I love it. So anyway, was you going to grace us with a song?
Yeah, and I was thinking when you were like, play a song, and I was like, I should be something Irish now, and I could do that. But I have a song coming out on next Friday, which is the 27th of February. So I could leave this up to you. I could do a brand new Irish song, or I could do the next single coming out, which is...
It's whatever you're comfortable doing.
See, I don't like making decisions. You're going to find that out.
Caitlin, flip a quarter.
I was going to say you can do both.
That makes that
You
job
have some time.
much easier.
See?
Okay, well, there we go. I don't have my little harmony pedal here today, but that makes my Irish stuff sound a lot better.
Oh, well,
That's fine.
that's the way it goes.
Shall I grab me guitar? I don't know why I said it like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I'm so weird sometimes. Like, why do I do that? Even I'm at home and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I saying?
Well, it makes you who you are.
Yes, special. Claire is really special. Oh, I got told I was weird when I was a kid. One of my best friends, she was like, yeah, I like Claire, but she's really weird. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, it's who you are. So,
Yeah, and I gave up trying to be anybody else because that just didn't work.
you just got to be you.
Yeah, and people, but the best version that you can be. Like, I'm growing and evolving all the time, I guess, like we all are.
We all need to do that. I think
I'm
there's
not
more.
growing up just yet.
I think there's more people out there that needs to grow up and evolve.
Well, there's that too, definitely. Yeah, I know. But we all...
Are you situated?
I am kind of situated. I like that word, situated.
Situated.
I'm kind of like at an angle here, but that's okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do.
I mean, I might, let's do... let's do this. Let's get comfy. People, yeah, I'm classy. Oh, guitars are not built for arms. This is a really comfy seat, though.
And the weird part about it is those are short arms.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I think it's just this.
No,
my
you're just
guitar's
short.
got a big butt. Oh, there's that too. I am only like what they call a little midget or a little leprechaun.
Are you 5'2", 5'3"?
5'2.5", David.
Oh, okay. Just
Never
making sure.
forget that half.
Well, I have boots on today, so I mean,
Same. Only probably can't even see them, can you?
no, not really. I don't think so.
Me there dressed.
Unless you hold your feet up, you won't hold your feet up.
Pink. pink to go with the pink that you can't actually see on me either. So that was, oh, but I got pink nails. Does that count?
There you go.
There you go. Freshly done just for the show.
Hey, we appreciate that.
Oh, you know, it's the little things.
It's a little thing.
It is. Well, the little things in life. There's a big thing in my life, and he's my Lord and Savior, Jesus. But God is somebody who, this song is called Dear God, It's Me Again. And like I said, it comes out in February the 27th, 2026, wherever in the world you're listening, maybe in a couple of years' time. And main the main objective of writing this song, and I had Wood Newton help me with this one, was that God's line is never not operative. Like, he's always operating 24 hours a day, 24/7. And there's grace and mercy and love at the other end of that phone call, that I like to call it. And I can go to him at any time, at any place, in any moment. And even though he knows the things on my heart he wants to communicate, he wants that relationship. And I think it's one of the most beautiful relationships that I do currently have and have for a while. And I feel like some people feel like God doesn't have enough time for them. You know, oh, he's too busy, but he's not. And he loves every single person that he's created, and he wants us to communicate. So pick up the phone and call heaven up there, you know. So yeah, I'm going to give this one a whirl. We'll see what happens. Dear God, it's me again. You always answer no matter when. You're so patient, you're so kind. Your mercy meets me every time. Even when my faith runs thin, you pull me close and draw me in. Dear God, it's me again. I've run in circles, I've fallen down. You mend me in the lost and found. When my weak, you're my strength to stand. You breathe me back to life again. Where the weight of the world's on my mind, you pick me up every single time. You're my song, you're my refuge, my guide. You hear my voice before I cry. Dear God, it's me again. You always answer no matter when. You're so patient, you're so kind. Your mercy meets me every time. Even when my faith runs thin, you pull me close and draw me in. Dear God, it's me again. I pour my heart out and spill every fear. I feel peace knowing you are near. Never once do you say not today. You whisper, child, I hear you pray. Dear God, it's me again. You always answer no matter when. You're so patient, you're so kind. Your mercy meets me every time. Even when my faith runs thin, you pull me close and draw me in. again. Ooh. It's me again, again.
Sweet.
Yeah. So that's the acoustic version.
Ah, the full version. The full version is coming out.
It is. It is. Yeah. It's just like it's definitely a style I don't do a lot of. But I swear that one kind of lent itself to. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just certain songs that just suit a genre better, and I don't ever sit down and think I'm going to write a pop song right now.
Yeah.
Or a soul. But I am loving the old school soul, gritty rock and roll stuff at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
It's like so good. And the 50 style, like they're doing all the, like even this AI stuff is doing all these songs that came out years ago.
Yeah,
It's
but
mad to hear that. It's like,
you know,
oh.
I don't care. You cannot imitate
A human.
or be Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, no, 100%. Yeah. No. Well, a computer doesn't have a soul.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. They can do some really good stuff, and it's proven itself for that. But yeah, you're right.
Well, I mean,
no.
I've told people before because they're like, how do you tell the difference between an AI or a person? Listen to the lyrics, because if you don't hear them taking a breath,
Yeah, I know, right? It's so overproduced.
yeah,
But there's been times when I've been caught like in the moment and I'm listening to a song. It'll just come on after something else,
Yeah.
right? And then I'm like, oh, I need to check out who this is. And I'm like, yep, it doesn't exist. I'm like, oh boy.
and it's crazy some of the voices that they've got on them.
Well, they're taking, so basically, like with Stevie Ray Vaughan or a singer like Whitney or whatever, they're taking the best attributes of everything that's ever been made, and they're compiling it. So it's going to be where people are going to feel like, how can we compete with that?
Yeah,
Because they're taking the best of that's ever lived and compiling it into one voice or into one like instrument, and it's like, oh,
yeah, but when you hear your voice on the radio, you're like,
I cringe.
hey, you cringe, really?
No.
There's a lot of
Oh, I
people,
don't-
they celebrate that. It's like, all right, I'm
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
radio,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I've yet to hear of anybody that has seen or heard AI duplicating their voice.
Oh, that's coming though. Apparently, you can get certain. So they've done it with some of the bigger artists now, and what's happening is they're even telling people who are pitching music to bigger artists, this artist does not want the AI version of themselves being sent to them.
Right.
So they have this capability at the moment. If you want, say, Rihanna or whatever, I don't know, just randomly, and Rihanna's, say, pitching. Well, actually, there was a producer I knew who was writing for her,
Yeah.
and they were told distinctively that Rihanna does not want her own voice replicated when she's on a demo, like when a demo's been sent to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, they can do that? And he was like, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, they can take now artists' voices and put them into a program that
Right.
makes what they've just written now sound like her. So it's like her singing back to herself.
So what you're saying to me is a singer can do a song,
Mm-hmm.
and the AI will go through all the stuff that the singer went through to perform that song, and then come back with it.
Yeah, so there's a Suno. Suno is an app that we can use that
Mhm.
replicates different. Like it won't give you an artist sounding voice. It's going to give you whatever it's
Yeah.
coming up with. But there is some program now that you can use that you can get like the actual sounding, the voice of that artist to sing those lyrics, so that it's like the artist. But it's just everything now, like TV, photos, everything. It's just
Well, I
wild,
mean,
isn't it?
I'd actually heard that. I don't know if it's true or not, but the actor that voiced Darth Vader in Star Wars, and I believe he did The Lion King and some other voices. And for the life of me, his name escapes me. But anyway, I heard that he had actually sold the rights
Oh,
to his voice. And I'm just like, at least you made money out of it now, because
true.
in not too long, it's going to be, they're just recording your albums that you cut, and then they're taking it from there.
Yeah, exactly. There's no telling what's going to actually happen in the future. And if you're listening to this in 5 years, we're totally, they'll be like, what? They were talking about that then.
Yeah.
You know, those moments where you're like, oh, this is really going so fast. Like, even from what it was to what it is, like, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's in a world in the future, the start of Terminator shall begin, and
Like, for real, though.
oh, yeah, it's like,
Matrix.
I'm the only one that's seen this shit. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know. And now, even like me included, like, artists aren't getting paid to sing on demos anymore.
No.
That's a thing of the past. Like, literally, I haven't got a single job since Suno came out. Because why would you pay an artist 100 or 150 to come into the studio to do a third of what an AI voice is going to be able to get you?
Well, I mean, let me be the one that does say this. I am going to say this. If I was to get some songs together, write some songs maybe, or co-write some songs, I will pay. Because I want the human aspect of it.
Right. Well, that's at the end of the day as well. If you're releasing, like, it's one thing if it's a demo and you're just looking to get an artist on it. You're always going to have the real artist come in to do it. But there are producers out there, AI, they're using the artist that's on AI. Like, there's actual, but they're selling, right? Like, there's 3 million streams on one art. I'm like, what? And then they're like, oh yeah, they'll have concerts and they'll hire. That's like, oh my gosh, no.
Here's the one thing that I keep. I don't know if you could say, I can say this. The one thing I do preach about a lot is if you could put a whole lot of the humanity and the humility in everything that you do, and recognize your gift and the effect you have on the other people, you wouldn't even be considering some of this AI stuff.
No, I know. Be like a little glimpse into the things that you do. Sometimes I have those conversations and the Lord's, because I never thought about that.
Yeah.
What impact am I having?
Well, I mean, the only thing that keeps coming up to mind is danger, Will Robinson, danger, and you just go from there.
Yeah. It's a good place to go from.
Okay, so according to Caitlin, you got just enough time to do one more song.
All right. Okay. Well, I definitely need my lyrics for this because this is new. But St. Patrick's Day is in 1 month's time.
And everybody, please wear green.
Oh, you know what? You guys go way harder than we do. No, for real, though. It's ridiculous. I'm like, what?
Hey, up in New York, they dye the water and all kinds of stuff.
Chicago, yeah, it's like 2 weeks. It's absolutely wild. I got to experience that.
Yeah,
for
it's
myself,
nuts.
and I was like, oh, wow. Like, we don't even do that. So, but we love it, and I love the heritage here, and I love the fact that people actually do like Irish music, so it makes it.
Well, here's the weird part for you. On my bucket list, I want to actually go Ireland
Yep.
and Scotland.
It's easy now, David. The Aer Lingus.
Yeah.
Aerlingus.com.
But according to my cousin, the MacLeod clan is where the Bradley started.
Oh, so maybe someone
Way
could
back
be
in there.
deep relatives. You know, is that Scotland though? Because the clans, you know, here in Hendersonville as well, they have the Scottish Highland Games every
Yeah.
year, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Get to play. That's one of my favorite festivals. So fun.
Yeah.
Stewart's Ferry.
Well, they got all kinds of stuff. I love all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. And then it's nuts how all the clans and everything are together, but there's different ones, but it's like everything started at a certain clan, and then those clans broke off and formed new clans,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
and
it is.
I was just like, where does the last name actually start?
Right?
Because,
That lineage.
well, part of the lineage went over to Europe, and then a descendant left Europe and come to the Americas,
Right.
and the name totally stopped.
Yeah. The O and the MC went.
Yeah, and then when it got over here is when it actually was changed to Bradley,
Mm.
and it's just strange.
Well, you've got a cool name though.
Yeah,
DB. Like, come on.
I know my social media girl. She actually started a new TikTok for me and everything. It's called The Real DB Show, and I was
Oh,
like,
come
"What
on.
in the heck?"
Come on.
That's what she wanted it, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
"Okay,
Yeah.
do whatever you got to do."
It's perfect.
All right, go ahead.
All right, this one's called Carry Me Home. I had to look at the lyrics.
I was fixing to say you got to stop and remember it.
I don't even know the title of my song. It's that new. I have to laugh because Ireland is somewhere I left 21 years ago, and I've been here in America just surpassed 8 years. And I always sing about reminiscing about Ireland and how beautiful it is, and it really is. But then anytime I went home, I'm like, oh, get me back to America.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that not love hate, but yeah, there's something nostalgic about Ireland for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you with me when I go back.
Everyone says that. I have so many trips to Ireland I need to take. And I don't know when I'm going to get back, but
You will.
we're on. Yeah. Soft is the wind over Emerald Sea, calling my name through an old memory. Songs of the tide pulling deep at my core to carry me home to my own native shore. Moonlight like silver on sun-weathered walls, tracing the pathways my childhood still calls. Voices of love one still echo so clear, holding our love through the songs and the years. Oh, carry me home where the rivers run free, where the lark lifts a song through the old willow tree, where love knows no distance or border I roam. Ireland, sweet Ireland, come carry me home. Fields painted gold in the scent of the rain, soft Gaelic prayers, they fall soft in my veins. Though far I ever wandered through lands on my own, the soil that first held me shapes the roots that I've grown. Oh, carry me home where the rivers run free, where the me the hymns only your river snow. And when morning breaks on the cold open sea, let the wind carry my story from thee. Oh, carry me home where the west wind will rise, where the mountains stand but under Irish skies. So far eye of life brings through laughter and tears, still anchored in faith through the passing of years. Oh, carry me home where the rivers run free, where the lark lays its song through the old willow tree, where love knows no distance or border. I roam, Ireland, sweet Ireland, come carry me home. Carry me home where the rivers run free, where the lark lays its song through the old willow tree, where love knows no distance or border. I roam, Ireland, sweet Erin, come carry me home. Soft is the wind over Emerald Sea, calling me back where my soul longs to be.
Man.
With a few mistakes there, but she's new, so
No, it's just, I was just like, I'm sitting there thinking the whole daggum time, I could hear so many people singing that song, and that song lasting way longer than that.
well, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Because I mean, I could hear all these people in the bar just go, Ireland, sweet Ireland. I mean, I could just hear them doing it. I mean, it's just, that is a great song.
When we're done here, I'll have to show you what the actual sound of the track's going to be tomorrow, because I'm excited, because it's got all the beautiful little barons and fiddles and whistles and pipes and all the good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're blessed like that. I mean, it is one genre that most people, I've never really heard people say, yeah, it's not really my thing. It's funny, isn't it?
Hey, the camaraderie and the way everybody gets together over there and the way the music comes about. And like I said, I've seen Celtic women 3 times, and the dancing and the spirit of it all. And it's just, it's an untouched area that I think a lot of people really need to start looking at it.
Yeah, I know. And I never really probably appreciated all that Ireland offered until more recently, honestly. The untouched beauty of the landscape, or the cultural, like, social get-togethers that we have, and
Oh, yeah.
just everything, like, and the dancing, like Irish dancing was something I grew up on, but now I look at river dance and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's incredible. Or I get blown away by other Irish artists singing. I'm like, oh man, yeah, that made me feel something.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And the weird part about it is, if you actually think about it, I think a lot of harmonies actually started over there, because, oh my God, y'all were some harmonizing people over there.
Yeah, it's because they've nothing else to do. They're sitting in pubs. I'll just harmonise with you. Get out the spoons.
Yeah, well,
But yeah,
you know.
no, there is a beauty in that. It's yeah, I love it.
I do too.
I'm glad you do.
We're going to have to go over and hang out.
Absolutely. That can be done. It's the place to hang out, for sure.
Just on a Saturday or something.
Yeah.
You know, who knows, you know.
Have a Sunday. What are we doing of a Tuesday there? I still say Tuesday. People are, you mean Tuesday? I'm like, Tuesday. I choose today. Today is Tuesday.
Look, I misspell Tuesday and Wednesday all the time, so.
Well, yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, try teaching English to somebody who doesn't have English as a first language. Then we realize how hard English actually is, right? It's like, make this make sense. Can't. Sorry. That's just how it is.
Look, my hat's off to anybody that can learn 2 languages because I
Learn
can't.
Gaelic, Irish. It's fun.
I can't do any other language. I just
Well, when you don't, that's why as a child, if you can get a kid to, before the age of 7, learn another language, they'll sponge it in.
yeah.
And even accents and everything. I'm watching my little nephews and nieces. I'm like, whoa, like, how are you doing this? And living in other countries, watching them flip from one to the other. I could kind of do it, but I was nowhere near like fluent in anything. But then Gaelic Irish was something we grew up in, and it was just like, what?
Yeah.
That's a whole other, like, there's just nothing that makes sense. No letter combinations, nothing.
It makes you wonder.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
It is, for sure. You can talk about people. You know, that's what we used to do on vacation. Like, start talking in Gaelic to each other.
Oh, yeah.
People be like, what?
What are they saying? What are they saying?
Yeah, like legit.
Oh, no.
It's all good. Trust me.
Claire, thank you so much for being on. I'm so happy that me and you actually got to meet and hang out for a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. Thank you for having me and for everything you're doing and the platform that you have, because what a wonderful way to spend some time. And it's actually, like you said, an actual conversation. I messaged David. I was like, what are we talking about? And he's like, just 2 friends in the living room. I was like, sounds like my kind of night.
Exactly. Just hang out and talk.
Yeah, it doesn't, because I do a lot of interviews that are typically, you know, you have to talk about this type of thing, or there's going to be these questions, and it's just like, it's fine because I'll talk off the cuff anyway, but it's nice just to, like you said, have a conversation.
Well, it's, you know, I hate when somebody just questions all the time. It bugs me. But if you could take and ask me questions in a conversation and let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's natural then.
It's more natural. It's more fun. And you never know what somebody's going to say.
Life is like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're going to get.
Exactly. I love it. Claire, tell everybody where they can find you, please.
Well, don't come to my bedroom. I'm not giving you my address.
No.
You'll probably find it. And anybody who tuned in is like, why would she say that? Just from previous conversations. No, but I'm on any platform that kind of exists these days. And I guess my website has all the tabs on it. So it's Clare, CLARE, CunninghamMusic.com. And then most of my handles are at Clare C Official. Yeah, for Instagram, Facebook, all those good things. And yeah, there's an array of my website. I might have to do 2 websites now because I've putting in a lot of my ministry stuff, and I'm like, this is going to be very confusing for people. So
you never know. I mean, it's
yeah. For now, we're just putting it all together because it's me running it. So
just have one huge website.
I think that's what it is. It's a mixed bag of music that I've got, and also, oh wait, what?
Yeah,
she's that and that. So
yeah,
it's working right now. So
I love it.
Until something comes and takes that away.
I think you're doing great stuff.
Well, I appreciate you, and I thank you for having me today. Seriously, it's been a pleasure. Been a good time, fun time.
Oh yeah, and we might do it again in 2 weeks. Who knows?
Who knows? Around St. Patrick's Day, we'll have an Irish special. I'll come dressed all in green.
Oh yes, it would be fun. I'd be in so much trouble. But anyway. All right, we're going to get off here. Tell everybody bye. Bye, everybody.
Everybody. Thank you so much.
All right. All right, everybody. Remember, like, share, follow, subscribe. Y'all don't realize the impact that it is helping all of these artists out. If you want to get an artist into your town, that booking agent is looking at their followers, their subscribers, how many streams they're getting on Spotify or Amazon or any of those things where you stream your music from. Help these people out. Help out this old guy. I've even got my merch on today, but you're not supposed to wear your merch.
Oh,
Did you know that?
Yeah, listen, we used to do it all the time in the band, and
Yeah,
until
well-
somebody told us you're not really meant to wear your own band name.
Yeah,
on
it's weird.
stage. I was like, yeah, that is actually weird.
It's crazy.
But no, I love this.
Yeah.
But you're advertising, so that's great.
Is it?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. You say so.
I think so.
What Anyway,
would I know?
most of these artists, you go to their website or their .com or whatever. Trust me, there is someplace somewhere on that page where you can click on merch or store. Click on it. Half the time you can order the color, the size, buy it, and it will be delivered straight to you. No middleman, no bull crap. All right, we're going to get out of here. Love you. Mean it. Bye.